Well, good afternoon. I'm meteorologist Christine Gormley. Happy Tuesday. And what we got going on today, Ohio Valley hail risk and tornado risk today in some parts of the Ohio Valley. We'll talk more about that here in just a couple seconds. And the Mississippi Valley can also have some scattered storms possible this afternoon and this evening. Going into tomorrow, and the Central Plains today as well have a chance for some severe weather today. But the Ohio Valley will definitely get to here in just a second, but we are on tour. The Atlas All-Stars Stadium Tour in 2023 will be out all summer long until August, and yeah, just come out and see us. I think Derek will be speaking at some of these events, so definitely keep that on your calendar. Go to our website to find out more details about that. So going into, getting into the forecast for today, there's lots to talk about today for the Ohio Valley, and it's all due to this trough here digging into the northeast and into the Ohio Valley here, and that is going to fuel that the wind and the wind profiles are going to be very strong in aloft, which will give us some chances for severe storms across the area, and we're already seeing that early this afternoon. And this is what it looks like on water vapor imagery. You can see there's already storms in Kentucky going into West Virginia and Virginia, and even going towards Nashville this afternoon. That's what we're expecting. And here's what radar looks like right now, current conditions. This is a severe thunderstorm watch. It is in effect in Kentucky until 8 p.m. tonight, and with that, wind gusts up to 75 miles per hour, hail as large as 1.5 inches for this location. And there are some severe thunderstorm warnings just south of Louisville, and this line of storms just past Louisville moving into Lexington. Charleston will also see some rain this afternoon. And yeah, this is that rain moving into Charleston. It is starting to fall apart as it moves east, but for the rest of the country, current conditions right now, 60s and 70s across the plains and the Rockies, 60s out in California, and 70s and 80s, pretty warm out in the southeast, and there will be some scattered showers in thunderstorms out in the southeast today, and we'll talk about that as well. Here's what our future track looks like for this afternoon. We will have some isolated supercells going into Kentucky and the Virginias, and that will be an ingredient for possible tornadoes in that area. And I zoomed into this area because this is where the risk for tornadoes is the highest in this area here, with these isolated supercells moving across the area this afternoon at around peak heating time, and then the line of storms will start to move off as these isolated showers and supercells move off to the east. This is where our wind threat comes into play. There will be some bowing possible, and that's just when those winds just move off into the east in this storm. And this, you can kind of see that here, where these winds are just moving and it kind of bows, and that is where we can get our wind gusts up to 75 miles per hour this afternoon and evening. And that's going to continue to move off to the east and start to die off as the night goes on tonight and into tomorrow for your Wednesday. But I'm looking off to the southeast now. Nashville also can see some scattered showers and storms. Hail is also possible with these storms going into this afternoon. 1.5 inches, I think, maybe where the largest of that hail is about about that large of hail this afternoon and this evening. It's going to move off into the southeast. Atlanta and Birmingham have a chance for some severe storms, but it's more of a wind threat as you get further east into this afternoon. But this is what we're looking at for instability. Instability is very high all the way down into the south, up into the north, where we do have that chance for severe storms in the Ohio Valley. So we're going to get warm this afternoon in the southeast, fueling those thunderstorms, and that jet stream is going to move off into the south, fueling possible tornadoes in this area here in Kentucky and the Virginias, and also with this instability that is fuel along with the dew points in this area this afternoon and this evening. So this is what our hail maps look like today. 1.25 inches to a 0.75 today, and I do think that there is a higher risk for that in the area where winds will be highest here in this area, and where those storms will start to move off into the east and the southeast, and lower in the other areas. But definitely in this area, it will be scattered, so not everyone will see hail or winds or even tornadoes. We may not get any tornadoes at all, but not everyone is going to see lots of severe weather today. So it is conditional in this area, and we could, if you do see hail in this area, it could also just be 1 inch to 1.5 inches as well in that area. But going on into the wind for today, we do have 2 spots in the country where we have high winds today possible. Of course, in the Ohio Valley and in the in the southeast, winds up to 75, 73, 75 miles per hour is possible with any storms that do go up in that area. And there was an isolated chance of some showers in the central plains that we could get some winds up to 75 miles per hour, but it's very scattered and not everyone will see that. Today we do have a tornado risk, especially in the area that I've been talking about in Kentucky and in Virginia, in Wytheville and around that area. Charlotte and Nashville have a lower chance for tornadoes today. But all modes of storms are possible, cannot rule out tornadoes. And yeah, so tornadoes are not ruled out. There is a possibility in that area. But can you roof today? That's the big question for a lot of us. In most of the country, it's going to be really pretty today, okay? Good weather, 90 degrees down in Jackson, 78 in Houston, 80s in Dallas and Midland, and upper 70s in Oklahoma City, 80s off to the west, and just those thunderstorms off to the east, and some scattered showers for the central plains and the Rockies today. But for tomorrow, we will see chance for some isolated showers and storms going through Rapid City. Wind is the biggest threat in this area, and that will go into the nighttime hours and move off into Oklahoma City, down in Texas. And so yeah, we're going to have wind and rain and maybe some heavy rain in some areas over in the central plains and the southern plains going into Wednesday night into Thursday morning and going off into the east. So tomorrow we do have that wind threat here in this swath area. About 58 to 73 miles per hour is what's expected with these storms, and it is pretty isolated, so not everyone in this area will see wind gusts that high, but that is a chance. So moving on ahead into Thursday, there is a chance for severe storms in western Texas, west of Dallas, in Lubbock, Amarillo area, and Abilene, and Oklahoma City in western Oklahoma, and even up in the panhandle of the southern plains. So stay tuned for your Thursday. We'll get all those details. And also Friday, there's a chance for the DFW area to get hit with some severe storms on your Friday. So definitely stay tuned. This is what the 5cast looks like for DFW area. 80s going into Wednesday and Thursday, upper 80s and 89 degrees for your Friday. And there are some chances for those severe storms for your Friday. And partly cloudy, it looks like, with 80s on for your weekend, for your Saturday. So stay tuned, and we'll give you guys the latest updates on the severe weather for Texas and Oklahoma into your Thursday and into your Friday as well for the DFW area. So follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, and contact us at by phone number 855-334-4245, or email us at info@hailtrace.com, and go to our website, hailtrace.com, and scan the demo thing up there to get any of our products. And yep, have a good Tuesday.